What's up, guys? Tony here, Pathfinder Digital Marketing. So I'm going to go over how to add people to your Google profiles. What I mean by that is when you're hiring a marketer, you, the business owner, should have and hold your own online profiles. Your profile should never be built by another company and they hang on to that. That's not good because if you ever want to leave that company, it leads to problems. You being able to transfer your data over to whoever you want to. Me, with my company, I sit down with business owners and I build their profiles for them. Most of the time, I do this for free, so that they have a proper setup. That if for any reason they leave me, which they haven't, they always have their data. That's one thing I need you business owners to realize. This stuff is yours. You own it, and you have your right to it. But sadly, there are some marketers out there to take advantage of you. So in this video, I'm going to cover adding someone to your Google Ads account, adding someone to your Google My Business account, adding someone to your Google Analytics account, and then I'm going to also talk about adding someone to your YouTube account also, and talk a little bit about Google Search Console as well, and how people gain access to that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So if you haven't watched my other videos, how to create these accounts, go back to my YouTube channel and check them out as well, because I go into instruction how to make these accounts. First thing first, Google makes it super easy when you start building your online profile. You can use the same email and login that you use, the same Gmail and login that you use for your email. So if you have a Gmail account, especially if you have a Gmail account for your business, by default, you already have these profiles. You just go in and access them. Same Gmail, same password. Very easy to remember for all of your Google servers. Now remember this, when you start, you're going to keep it all the same. So normally when I work with new clients, especially like some of my Amazon clients that never run Google Ads, I tell them very specifically, you need to have a dedicated email to your Google services, because the hardest thing to change is ownership of that email. Google's very picky about it. But without further ado, this is Google My Business. This is my Google My Business profile. And when you log in, this is the primary home screen. It always loads up to this screen no matter what. You're never going to end up somewhere random. But yours might look a little different from mine, but this is fairly what you're going to look at. Super easy to do. Right here, add users. And you click on it. Now, I am actually an added user to this. That's my buddy who helps me with my SEO. But so as you see here, when you click there, this screen is going to pop up. It's probably just going to be you. If you have people on here that you're not too sure who they are, hopefully you can remove them. So I am Anthony Lloyd. That's my real name, not Tech Tony, sadly. I am primary owner to my account. And when I was learning about Google 7 years ago and setting this stuff up, I actually did it wrong. So it happens. So to add someone to this, right here is the add button. You click that, invite user. And then you type in their name. You type in their Gmail account or the Gmail account that they have. And sometimes it will autofill. Let's see if we're going to add my buddy, Matt PBC. That's him, Matt Pinelli, Matt PBC, and Matt.com. Now, he's really good at what he does. He's my mentor. So I'm going to add him to that. Then you choose a role. Never give someone ownership unless it's like a business partner that really wants to be part of this. Never. There's always a primary owner, normally the one that created the account. There's other things that go into that, but that's for a different video. Mainly manager, and that's all I need is manager access. So I can go in there, do my job, help you with the post, check your insights, help you with the reviews type of deal. Okay? Manager, you hit that, and then you hit invite. And then that is it. Then you are done. DONE. That's how you add someone to Google My Business. That they get an email, they accept. There's really no other process to it. All right, so Google Analytics. Same thing. You go into Google, let me move my head here. Go into Google Analytics, type it in, log in, same email, same stuff. And it's pretty much the same. Down here, admin. Click there. Now there are several ways you can you can grant access to the property user management, but primarily you use this first section right here. Okay. And the same deal. Click there. I got several people on here that I work with. All right. Same thing. Blue button. Add users. Google tries to keep this as uniform as possible. If you didn't notice that. Right. And then right here are the preferences. Normally you want them to collaborate and edit. You don't want them to manage users because then, like, if they're a jerk, they can remove you from the account type of deal. That's pretty much it. That's all I need to be able to do my job. Notify this user by email, hit add, and there we go. Good to go. So that's Google Analytics. All right, and here is Google Ads. Once again, should be the same login for everything else. Keep it nice and uniformed. This one's a little bit lengthier. So normally for this one, there's two different ways you can do it. You can send someone an invite, or you can give them your 10-digit customer ID number. Normally, I prefer that the client gives me the 10-digit customer ID number. So normally how that works is if you want to add someone to it, right here in tools and settings is primarily where most of the work's going to get done. Click there. Go to account access under setup. Go to account access. And then you can add users. Type in their email. And then you give them the permissions that they need. Primarily, if I'm building you a Gmail account, you get admin. But if you're a digital marketer and you're inviting someone, you give them standard work that they can work on. And then you send them an invite and they will accept. The second way is up here on Google, you have your 10-digit customer ID number. And I have the client email me that number. And then I will, on my end, your digital marketer should know how to add themselves to your account. They will request permission, and that will show up right here. It says managers. See, I'm my manager. And then up here, you'll see a little box saying the name of the company or the email. Mine will say Pathfinder Digital Marketing is requesting permission to your account, and you grant them access. Now, right here will be another button that says ownership. Don't give them ownership, because then they can do things. And I'm just saying this because people are jerks and I've seen it happen. Okay, you just leave that button off. If it's on, it'll be highlighted blue. Just leave it off, and that gives you, the business owner, anytime you can control the work and make sure that they're not messing up. Now, I've seen business owners on the opposite end act just like jerks as well. But primarily, I'm doing this to try to protect you and your business and your online data, which is very, very important, very, very valuable. All right, now next is YouTube. All right, to grant access to a digital marketer, or if you're hiring someone to run your YouTube channel, which I do that too for some of my clients, you go to your YouTube channel. Again, it should be the same login. Click on your channel. Click on YouTube Studio. Let that load. All right. And then right here under settings, click there. And then give permit, and then click permissions. And then invite. And then you type in their name. Select their access level. Primarily, you're going to give them a manager or editor. And then hit done, and that's it. All right, now this is Google Search Console. And the permissions to this are verified through Google Analytics. So in order for someone to get access to your Google Search Console, they have to have access to your Google Analytics as well. They actually have to have all 3 boxes check marked. This is for editor side. Remember those 4 checks I was showing you? Those 4 boxes? The bottom one being editor, where they can add or remove users. That's the only one that they don't need. I don't need that. I'm gonna tell that straight up. No marketer really needs that, okay? So what they would do is that they will go to their Google Search Console, their profile. Once again, you have one too. It's the same login information, and it should be, or it works best when it's the same email that's with your Google Analytics. This is what this ties into Google Analytics. This is your SEO in general. And it's pretty easy. They're going to go here, click there, add a property, and then they will insert right here, depending on what views they need, permissions, or what they're working on. They'll enter the website. Google will do one of 2 things. They'll either verify access through Google Analytics, and they'll see, okay, this guy can see this, or there will be a special code that Google will produce that the webmaster will have to put into your website to give them access to that. That's a little bit more of a process. That it's drag and drop, copy and paste type of deal, and then Google approves me or whoever you're laying onto your Google Search Console approves their permission. So, anyways, that is how to access pretty much what a marketer needs to do their job to do digital marketing for you and your company. Now, remember, you're the owner. You, the business owner, you should always own your stuff, okay? That's strictly important. That's so important for you to understand. If you're not too sure if your stuff is set up right, let me know. We'd be more than happy to take a look at it, and I'll tell you yes or no type of deal. I'm Tony Pathfinder Digital Marketing. Have a great day.